Here's example 2 on 2.4. So we're going to write an equation using a point and x-intercepts. So this example is a meteorologist creates a parabola to predict the temperature tomorrow, where x is the number of hours after midnight and y is the temperature in degrees Celsius. And we're going to write a function f that models the temperature over time, and then we're going to figure out what is the coldest temperature. We're going to go ahead and skip this information here. And so we are given the x-intercepts of 4, 0, and 24, 0. So this is our P, and this is our Q. So our x-intercepts are at x equals 4, x equals 24. Again, I'm just going to call that our P and Q. P and Q. So here's P, and here's Q. And then we're given the point 0 and then 0.96. So 0, 9.6. And this will be our x and y. So we're given two intercepts and a point. So we're going to use the intercept form. So y equals a times x minus p times x minus q, and plug in, first of all, our p and q. So notice that in the formula, it's opposite signs. So a times x minus 4 times x minus 24. Then let's plug in our x and our y. Y is 9.6. A equals a, and then 0 minus 4 times 0 minus 24. So to find the equation, we first need to solve for a. So 9.6 equals a times negative 4 times negative 24, which is negative 96. So in order to solve for a, we divide by negative 96. Oh, I'm sorry, that should be positive 96. Positive negative times a negative is positive 96. And therefore, our a equals 0.1. So we plug it into the equation, plug in the a value into this equation. We have y equals 0.1 times x minus 4 times x minus 24. This is the equation we are looking for. Again, making sure that you're representing that there's a y and an x. The x is here, so don't plug in those values. And so let's find out the second part of this question. What is the coldest temperature? So if we remember finding our maximum and minimums, we're looking for the coldest temperature. So we're looking for temperature here. Trying to figure out what is this value here. So we're really looking for the vertex. So this is a review in finding the vertex. So the vertex in finding intercept form is P plus Q over 2. And then you plug it back into the function to figure out what is that y value of the vertex. So to figure this out, P plus Q is 4 plus 24 over 2, which is 28 over 2, or 14. That's our x value. Now to find our y value, plug it back into the function. So we get 0.1 times 14 minus 4 times 14 minus 24. So this ends up being 0.1 times 10 times negative 10. So this is 0.1, or this is really 1 over 10, right? If we think about rewriting as a fraction, times 10 times negative 10, so the 10s cancel. Therefore, the coldest temperature is at negative 10 degrees Celsius. So the last example is, please try write an equation of the parabola that passes through the point 2,5 and has x-intercepts of negative 2 and 4. And just pause the video, work on it, and then come back, unpause it to see the answer being done. All right, so you hopefully tried it out. So the point is x and y. The intercept, this is our P, and this is our q. So we're using the intercept form. Y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. So we'll plug in first our p and q. Y equals a times x plus 2, because that's a minus minus 2, times x minus 4, opposite signs. Let's plug in our x and y. So y is 5, x is 2. And so if we write the rest out, 5 equals a times 2 plus 2 times 2 minus 4. So 5 equals a times 4 times negative 2. Or 5 equals a times negative 8. Divide by negative 8. So a equals negative 5/8. Then we'll plug it back into the equation. So y equals negative 5/8 times x plus 2 times x minus 4.